Pezik here, and welcome to the next episode of the Lisa Pezik Show, where I'm teaching you all about online business, mindset, focus, productivity, and how you can really excel not only in your offline business, but also in your online business. And in this episode, I want to share with you a question that I've had to answer over and over and over again in the last 4 to 8 weeks, probably 2019, like the beginning of this year. And that question that I've been getting from event promoters, mentors, online questions, everyone's asking me, who is your ideal client that you work with? Now, I've done this work before where I've dug deep in terms of that quote unquote avatar that we hear people talk about in business. You've got to have your avatar. You got to know who you're talking to. If you're trying to talk and reach everyone, you're going to reach no one. But I didn't get to the root of what I really needed doing that work, creating my avatar. Because if you've done that work in business and you've seen that before, or if you haven't and you just want to know what it is, it's kind of like the characteristics of your ideal client. Meaning, are they male? Are they female? Do they have children? How many? What do they read? What do they listen to? What kind of jobs do they have? What's their annual income? Where do they go shopping? It's just kind of like a get to know you, that you want to know every single aspect of your avatar's life, what they're thinking, what they're doing, how they're spending their time, how they're spending their money, their challenges, their responsibilities. And I had that. My avatar is a woman. I thought it was a woman. Now I'm actually getting more men. Women, this is what I first thought when I did it. Women, 30 to 50, kids, small kids, 1 or 2, probably working a full-time job, but have this passion project. Y'all know I dislike the word side hustle, but I'll use it for purposes of teaching. They have this side hustle business that they want to grow. They make $80,000 to $100,000 or $120,000, because I was like, that used to be me. But that's not the avatar that I want to help. And in getting in there and doing the work and helping people, I realized that a piece of that avatar exercise that's missing is mindset. That's the first question I want you to be asking when you're going to work with your ideal client. What is their mindset around their business? The reason why this is so important is because I always tell clients, or when I'm speaking or I'm leading workshops, you can invest one of 2 things. If you want to have an online business and you want copy and content and tech and launch, and specifically the tech part, because sometimes that trips people up, it's an investment, no matter how you slice it. It's either an investment of time, and if you listen to my last podcast, I talked about this, meaning that you're going to do it yourself. You are going to spend the time slogging through it, watching YouTube videos, getting on help support. Maybe if it's with your content or your launch, you're going to listen to other podcasts. You're going to read. Jeff Walker wrote a whole book about total product blueprint or launch. Actually, that's Brendan. Jeff Walker was launch. I think that's what it was. Launch was his book, right? Brendan's Total Product Blueprint. I mean, there's just so many resources out there that you're either going to spend the time learning from other people, or you're going to pay someone like my husband and I, or maybe it's somebody else. You're going to pay another mentor or person to help you bring your stuff to life. Because for me, when I started, I did everything. I was a one-woman show, and it was hard. It's not until now, a few years later, that I've got VAs and high-level mentors, and I pay people to do my podcast and my newsletters. I write the content, but the tech, they do that for me. My husband does all the tech with our websites and funnels and email automation. And now that I have help and I'm investing the money, I'm scaling and growing so much faster. And I'm not saying that those two are directly related, but I can spend my time doing the things that only I can do, which is like teaching, coaching, podcast, content creation kind of stuff. So you can either invest time or you can invest money. And I don't want to work with people that want to invest time. I want to work with people that want to invest money. And I'm not saying it's crazy. We have some clients that, yes, are very high level. We are building multiple courses, coaching programs, funnels, websites. Like they want to do the whole bag all at once. And of course, that's a higher ticket item. Awesome. I think that's actually quite smart because, you know, when there's too many cooks in the kitchen, a lot of times that just leads to confusion and overwhelm, and deadlines get pushed so much longer because you're waiting on the copywriter to talk to the ads person, to the tech person, to the funnel guy, to the website guy. It's like we do everything. Eric and I either do it ourselves or we've got a team of copywriters and graphic designers and Facebook ad guys and analytic guys. And, you know, it's either us or it's our direct team that we manage. So I always say we're never the lag. We're always waiting on the client to get us the stuff, which is the way that it should be. You don't want your provider to be the lag when you want to go. But then we also have people that we help that say, I want to take this in bites. Like we recently had a woman that came to us and said, I got $1,000. Like, what can you do for me for $1,000? And we're like, we can work with that. This is what we can do. Let's strategize a little bit here. What exactly do you need? Okay, you need business cards. You don't need a full-blown website, but you need your logo, you need your tagline, you need your business cards for when you're out, because she's building a lot of offline stuff. And then, yeah, you just need a simple landing page so that online people can find you, right? And she added that on later, but we were just going to start with like email support, business cards, logo, and that sort of stuff to get her having something tangible, email to be able to nurture her clients, and then business cards while she's working her offline business to create some revenue for her coaching, then to be able to come back and reinvest with a landing page and a website or whatever she needs. And the only reason why she is doing the landing page is because once she got out and started networking with people, people were saying, where can I find you? How can I put you on my website? How can I say you're a preferred provider? And I said, well, are you maybe rethinking that landing page? And she said, yeah, I am. I think I need it now. So a little bit more investment, but it's going to get her positioned properly because she understands what it will do for her. And I want someone with that mindset that knows that you're building your business for the long term or for the long haul or for the life of it. Like you have a website that will serve you for the life of your business unless you decide to change your business, but then you can always update it. Your landing pages, your courses, your group coaching programs, your funnels, your email automation, all of that is going to be revenue generating stuff if you treat it the right way. The people that come in and say, I don't need that, I don't want to invest, or they want to invest cheaper, they want to find someone to do it cheaper. I want to tell you about that. You'll always find someone that will do it cheaper. But again, what's the quality? I'd be asking a bajillion questions. What's the quality like? Am I working with you, or are there a bunch of other people I'm going to be having to coordinate with? Give me some testimonials of other people that you've worked with. And even us, we give out tons of testimonials and things so people can see what exactly, the quality of what they're getting. What are your turnaround times? I know Eric used to work for agencies, and sometimes he jokes because people write to us and we get back to people within usually 24, 48 hours, and we turn things around in a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, depending on how big of a beast we're building. Our turnaround times are quick. And he would always say, yeah, if you work with an agency or someone from overseas, it's like you're just slotted in, and when they get to you, they get to you. Or if they're overseas and they have a lot of holidays or just time difference things, sometimes it's like, our 5 p.m. is their like 2 a.m. Or vice versa. Their like 10 a.m. is our like 1 a.m. And it just is really difficult sometimes to deal with that. It's more stress. And people don't realize that because cheaper isn't always better. So when I go back to thinking about who is my ideal client or my ideal avatar, mindset is everything. It's someone that realizes that this is a great investment that will serve them long term and will be done for you. So it takes away the stress and the strain and the worry and the overwhelm. Not someone who wants to say, what's your price? Let me go somewhere else and see if I can get it cheaper. That's not the ideal person that I want to work with. And honestly, that income piece, I think, is really important. We never asked about monthly revenue, monthly income, but we got into a position where I was speaking at a lot of workshops and I was delivering really great value. And we are delivering something that is needed. So make sure that your service or your content really shows the value of what you do and how you help people and the outcome that they get. So our stuff is very needed, but we were getting on calls and even our like getting to know you brainstorming calls. We're supposed to be 15 minutes and we're on for an hour because we just over deliver. That's what we do. And then people ask for a proposal and then you spend all this time putting out a proposal. And then people just say, well, no, I can't afford that. I can't afford you. And that's not their fault. That's our fault as the business owner for not asking the right questions. So sometimes they truly can't afford you because it's in their head and they just don't see the value. Or sometimes they truly just don't have they're just not making the income to afford you. So that's where we ask now, what is your monthly revenue? Or we literally say, is there a budget that you're working with? Let's do a payment plan. Let's tell you what we can do for that. Let's, work through that, because people on both ends, I think, get really icky about money. Like nobody wants to ask for money. Nobody wants to talk about money. They don't want to disclose sometimes what they make. But to ensure that you're a right fit, I think that is a big piece of it. Or the mindset of that. Like another woman, we're going to help her build her course, but we're going to do the logo and the branding and the write-up and the landing page to her already existing website. And she's going to pre-sell it, which is going to be awesome. And then that money through the pre-sales will help her reinvest back in her business to now build that course with us. So there's so many strategies and ways that you can do it when you're ready to have an open conversation. And those are like the 1 to 2 big things that I think you need to be thinking through when you're talking to your potential clients. What is their mindset like? And just are they willing to reinvest back in their business? Like, do they get the value of it? And money, like, are you working with a budget? Like, I just think those questions I had to learn that the hard way, which is why I'm sharing it. I think those are really important questions that you just need to be upfront with, because time is something that you're not going to get back, and you don't want to waste your potential client's time, and you don't want to waste your time if it's not a right fit. So mindset, belief, are they in it for the long term? Conversations about money. I mean, all of that needs to happen. And that's what I want to share with you in this podcast. So you'll see on my website, www.lisapezik.com, on the Work With Me page, I will attach it in the show notes, we've made some changes, which I'm so excited about. So there we do have your do-it-yourself, done with you, done for you kind of services so that you can kind of self-select where you're at in terms of your money, in terms of your mindset, in terms of whether you want to invest time, that's going to be your do-it-yourself kind of stuff, or you want to invest that money. That's going to be the done with you or our higher ticket done for you kind of stuff. So I urge you to go and check that out. Start thinking about, how do you want to position yourself? What do you need to build that you know is going to be around for the long term in your business? And we would love to help you do that. So we can always hop on. I'll say 15 minutes, although we always go over a 15-minute, brainstorming call to help you task through all the stuff we talked about: mindset, investment. What are you building? What do you want it to do for you? That's a question that I don't think a lot of mentors that help you build an online presence ask. You don't just want to build a course. You want to know what you want that course to do for you. You don't just want to build a lead magnet. You want to have a proper strategy and plan in place of how you're going to use that lead magnet. And I see so many people that want to write a book or get involved in, book stuff. And I'm like, okay, before you make that investment, because I have a book and it's thousands of dollars to self-publish and do it yourself. Or if you're going to get into an anthology book, that's a couple $1,000s as well. So it is an investment. What do you want that book to do for you? So that's a big question that our own mindset, I think that we should think through before we do anything. So we'd love to help you with that thought process. Build whatever you need to build and have a really great discussion about it. So head to lisapezik.com. You'll see on our Work With Me page, we've changed it. And at the bottom of that page, you can book a free 15-minute brainstorming session with Eric and I. All right, guys, hope you're having an amazing day. And I'll see you next time on the Lisa Pezik Show.